Hello all, it's one Sir Grove, aka Grandmaster Grove, checking in with the American people and our allies. Just seeing these fucking fools drive recklessly in the torrential downpour of rain. It's funny because most likely those same fucking morons won't be doing that in the wintertime. You know, driving recklessly like they are now. Motherfucking stupid ass idiots. Man, I see a car wreck probably every day, if not multiple car wrecks. And it's just amazing how fucking stupid these fucking peons are who drive as recklessly as they do. Maybe they're just not seeing the car wrecks that I see on an almost daily basis. But whatever, man, fuck them. That's the way I feel, man. They want to drive recklessly and do blow past, fly by people recklessly and shit. I'm just like, well, probably going to see that motherfucker on the side of the road. Just another one of the car crashes, you know what I mean? Just saying, man, you see these people, they drive centimeters away from these other cars, and they think that they're so fucking cool. And I'm thinking to myself, man, I just saw a pretty heinous car wreck. I guess this person, man, wants to be the next car wreck. I'm just saying, fuck people like that, man. Some people are like, but you have to pray for people like that. And I'm like, no, I don't. Pray for their downfall, but, I don't turn the other cheek, man. Anyone who drives stupid like that, man, doing that kind of shit out on the road, putting other people's lives in danger because that person thinks he or she is fucking cool, it's like, man, they're just itching for a car wreck, man. They're just asking for it. I'm just saying, like, what am I supposed to be like, well, I hope that person doesn't wreck his or her car? I mean, as long as that person doesn't injure someone else, I'm like, fuck it, I hope they do. Fucking piece of shit asshole. People like that, man, are just pieces of shit on this planet, man. They don't have to drive recklessly, blowing past people like they do, taking those death-defying chances for no good fucking reason. They're just doing it to be cool, man. They're not doing it because they're really trying to get anywhere anytime soon. They're just doing it to be macho and to be fucking cool. They think that they're cool. Stupid fucking bozo the clown ass peasant peons acting real fucking macho for no goddamn good reason on this planet. So, it is what it is, man. I'm looking at a comment here from Just a Dude. And Just a Dude says, quote, these are comments left on C4CW, casting 495 celebrities worldwide. And if you are true fans and not, I guess, photocopied fans, like impressions of fans, like I've said before, like Xerox fans or like cut out like fans that aren't like authentic fans, man, then IWE495 most certainly appreciate you. Ain't looking for no replica like knockoff fucking fans. But for the true fans, look, man, IWE495, like I said, most certainly appreciate you. So getting right to it, as alluded to, we have a commenter, Just a Dude, wrote into the show and says, quote, maybe similar archetypes, as in petroleum industry, question mark. And if what I'm reading is, if what I am seeing is what I think it is in terms of the questions, if they are questions being asked, this is in reference to the previous podcast episode, which was and is titled Foreign Intelligence Gathering Defense Science Spy Game versus Domestic Drug Operations Narcotics Dope Game. Kinda same parallels, but different. Just a Dude says, that is, writes, again, quote, maybe similar archetypes as in petroleum industry, black gold, dope, info, all about getting that bag, end quote. Well, if I'm reading this correctly, yes. Yes, affirmative. I'm just simply saying that the intelligence industry, the spy game, it's multitudinous. It's all encompassing. There's a lot to it. It is everything. That sounds to some people like a bunch of nonsense. But that's just because some people don't understand the world of intelligence and they don't realize that that is what the nature of intelligence is. Intelligence is all-encompassing. It is knowledge of everything for which any knowledge can be known and derived. So, yeah, it has to do with every fucking thing in existence. You have intelligence analysts, scientists, investigators. I'm not talking about investigators in the field of law enforcement per se. I'm saying investigators in the world of science and any field where an investigation can take place, which is any field. You have investigators, explorers of knowledge, analysts, observers, intelligence officers, analysts, scientists, researchers. Like I said, observers. You have human minds, brains, analyzing, detecting, sourcing, thinking. As I often say, deconstructing, dissecting data, looking at every fucking pixel of reality. Every field of knowledge from A to Z. Intelligence operations in the context of how I delineated the spy game from the dope game, how they both overlap, they have similarities and parallels, but then obviously also differences. Yeah, the oil industry, I mean, that's economics. We're talking about business, finance, right? We're talking about wealth, building, commodities, wealth, management, monies, revenue, dollars, yen, renminbi, right? Shilling, shekels. Just saying. Yeah, man, gold, black gold. It's something of value, right? It's from the earth, has to do with the fuel industry, right? It's, like I said, it's a commodity. It's something that is transacted on a daily basis. It's naturally occurring. And it most certainly fuels economies and fuels the industry of espionage and counter-espionage. The spycraft, the spy game. Spycraft, the spy game. Geopolitics. Black gold, petroleum. Definitely, most certainly, absolutely an integral component of geopolitics. Thus, the spy game. And the dope game. Because you have robber barons, narcotics traffickers, drug cartels, business persons who are involved in the aforementioned, trying to get their hands on companies like, or parts of companies like Gazprom and Exxon and this and that, right? Anything having to do with petroleum, fuel, oil is a big fucking deal. And yes, spies are involved. Corporate spies, nation states, private sector, you name it. We're talking about fucking spies globally trying to get in on the petroleum market. Black gold, oil. Shit, look at what's going on in Syria right now. What has been going on in Syria. I'm sorry, not cereal. Syria. Syria is what I meant, not fucking cereal. What has been going on? Sorry, man, I'm fucking driving like 60 miles an hour, multitasking, floating, dipping, flying, navigating. jurisdiction to jurisdiction, from one land to another land, and I mean that seriously. Yeah, look what's been going on in Syria. You have entities saying that now that it's reached a certain phase, right? Certain stage of the campaign. Now it's time to secure the oil. It's like, right. Similar to Iraq. I mean, look, it's the, and Kuwait. I mean, it's the same geopolitical gameplay that it always is. And so you have a lot of people involved, right? You have Syria, you have Russia, you have the United States, and others. So definitely black gold. Definitely. In addition, that is next. I mean, listen, I play the stock market. I play the global markets. I have investments. I have my portfolio. And I've invested in fuel and shipping and import and export. Fuck. Abso-fucking-lutely. I mean, we're talking about fuel and, scarcity, utility, surplus, reserves, I mean, it's, I'd be hard-pressed, man, to find someone who invests globally and doesn't have his or her eyes on the oil and petroleum fuel markets. I mean, shit, that's just kind of a given and a no-brainer. I mean, that goes with, investing. Now, I'm not giving any kind of business, legal, or financial advice. I'm just simply saying that it's an age-old practice. I mean, if you're in the markets and you're investing, chances are, shit, out of 10 investors, I would say, man, when we're looking at world global markets, some of it's going to have to do with fuel, oil, petroleum, right? I mean, am I wrong? And we've already pointed out that there are spies involved somewhere along the pipeline. Someone trying to sabotage, someone trying to get his or her hands on more than that person's fair share. People trying to steer the markets in certain directions. Insider trading, this, and that, etc., etc., etc. So just a dude goes on, says, black gold, dope, info, all about getting that bag. Question marks. Yes, all about getting that bag. If you're going to, that is anyone, create a private military company in this day and age and bid on government contracts and hope to be awarded government contracts, if someone is seeking to obtain, that is, land a government contract, man, like I said, we, that's us. It's us. We are an intelligence-focused, intelligence-oriented organization. In addition to just like pure intel, stealing data. I mean, listen, the U.S. government tasks me with stealing some information from some entity and pays me to do it, and it's sanctioned, I'm gonna fucking do it. I've done it before. It's called infiltration. Abso-fucking-lutely. I mean, that's how we got our start, man. I mean, I went to work in law enforcement after 9/11, and I got paid handsomely and royally to do the type of shit that I was doing, and it wasn't fucking easy for me to get in the door, even as someone who had been in intelligence studies, security studies at American Military University, counterintelligence, counter-espionage, 4.08 A grade, and certain courses and whatnot. I mean, look, man, I wasn't always in class on time, and I skipped, and I went around to different colleges and universities, and I studied this and that, here and there. But the point is, man, at some point, I fucking knew the trade craft enough to walk the walk, not just talk the talk. So I went door knocking, man. I'm not in a queue. with the million other people trying to get a government contracting position job. No, fuck that. Before I moved the operation here to New York, before I set up shop here in New York, I was in D.C. knocking on fucking doors with my resume in hand. I don't do traditional shit like a lot of motherfuckers do, man. I don't stand in line, with cats trying to get jobs, man. Fuck all that noise. First of all, it's the Intel gang. I mean, let's be honest, man. I was selling fucking dope and running guns. So why the fuck would I wait in line with the resume to get a fucking job? I was a lawbreaker, man, and I realized that the shit was wrong, misguided, and fucking stupid and reckless. So when I realized that I had an opportunity with my super minimal, super petty criminal fucking background, I'm talking like petty shit. I don't really have a criminal background, man, not really. My so-called criminal background is fucking petty compared to motherfuckers and shit that other motherfuckers have done. So I already knew that I could get a waiver to do shit. So I just had to have the academic profile to back it up. You know what I'm saying? I had to have the academic credentials. I had to prove that I could get an A grade in counter-espionage, which I did. And, other areas I had to excel in. And like I said, not just talk the talk, man, walk the walk. So I approached agencies and I shared intel with them. I gave intel away. And I'm like, yo, listen, this is what you guys say you can do and say that you do. But I also see that there's, this over here that is unsecured. This isn't guarded. This can be exploited. I know people right now, man, that have the skills to steal data right off your network. In fact, we did, and here's a sample of it. You know what I mean? Like, I had to prove to these folks, these higher-ups in government, that I, had the ability, along with my team and I, that we could and can run red team operations. So I've been involved in cyber surveillance and undercover operations in the field, on foot, hopping fences, dumpster diving, knocking doors, surreptitious entry, that is breaking into shit legally on a sanction level. Yes, at the behest of the United States government. So don't get anything fucking twisted. I work with lawyers and attorneys and people in the legal community at different agencies as a government contractor. So the shit that I've done has been legal and sanctioned. So I'm not concerned about it. And, if I were concerned about it, I wouldn't be in this industry of counterintelligence and intel operations. You can't be fucking scared. You can't be afraid. And man, quite frankly, if you come from the streets and you've been a dope dealer and you've been a gun runner doing stupid, reckless fucking shit that's misguided, I mean, why would you be fearful of the spy game? It's the same shit. You're running the same risks, man. I mean, it's the same element. It's the same environment. It's the same. You're in the same spaces, man. So the point is, if the U.S. government in any particular covert, undercover operation, law enforcement, foreign intelligence, domestic intelligence gathering, in the past, if the government's instructed me, that is, agents of government have said, okay, Grove, look, we know this is going on here at this location. Go there and fucking break into the shit and take a photo of this. Well, I'm going to do it. I mean, I'm going to ask questions and make sure that I know, I'm going to know, in advance the parameters entirely. But, shit, I'm going to do it because I know it's sanctioned. And I know it has to be done. And I know that there's a lot of shit at stake, man. So that's a reality. And, moving from the criminal world into the non-criminal world, it's a trip, man. It's surreal. And a lot of people, they were, come on, Grove, you're tripping, man. What are you talking about? You going out to the East Coast to work in government after 9/11. They won't hire you, man. You got a felony on your background. And I'm like, Oh, you must have not seen the documentary Gangs in the Military. My background ain't shit compared to some motherfuckers who have gained entrance to the U.S. military. My background ain't shit. I have petty shit on my fucking... Come on, man, explosives? An explosives charge? I mean, come on, man. A little tiny explosives charge, man? And like I said, man, there are people with some pretty serious fucking crimes who were able to get waivers and join the U.S. military. So my air quotes criminal background, it pales in comparison to some of this shit these other motherfuckers have done. And I'm not trying to brag or boast, man, but what motivated me, in addition to knowing that I could do this shit if I were given afforded the opportunity to demonstrate, there were a lot of hecklers, man, people I know, people who I grew up with, motherfuckers I sold dope with and shit, who were like, Grove, you're tripping. They ain't gonna hire you. You got a felony on your background, Grove. Man, you tripping, Grove. They ain't gonna hire you, man. You're tripping. You're delusional. You're crazy. That shit just motivated me to prove these niggas wrong, to show them how fucking miscalculating their analysis was and is. And so I did it. I did it, man. It took me a little while. You know what I'm saying? It took me some time to prove and demonstrate. But, once I finally got a foot in the door, had my resume, and had, 10 years of college off and on? Class here, class there, degree program here, degree program there, complete half a degree program here, transfer over here, start another fucking program. Look, man, I spent way too much on fucking college. Point is, there are a lot of red teams, a lot of tiger teams, white hats, black hats, gray hats. I've done a lot of shit out here, man, in the 15 fucking years that I've been out here. And, I'd much rather be breaking into shit legally at the behest of the gov and stealing intel that's of value to our U.S. government and coordinating certain intelligence operations, because I am not a fucking newbie and I am not a new jack and I am not new to this shit, man. And I can say that after having worked as a U.S. intelligence, U.S. government contractor for as long as I have. Look, man, I'd much rather be doing the shit legally than illegally. You fucking sell dope in the dope game. You racketeer. You do illicit business. When you get busted by the fucking feds, they gonna take your shit. You know what I'm saying? And then it's gone. So, look, man, I'm just saying, I was on the other side of the law. I'm just saying, if you know that you gonna be out in the streets doing whatever, living a certain kind of lifestyle for as long as you are, you know that shit's gonna end at some time. And then it's just gonna be a major setback. So what's the point in doing it at all? If you have any fucking sense about you, man, this shit is futile. And I used to see that with cats on the streets, man. They'd hit the streets, hit up the game, be in it to win it, and then, you know what I'm saying, like Bennett, they ain't in it, you know what I'm saying, they be out, because they be in the clink, they be in the fucking slammer. Niggas say he gonna get in and get out real quick. Not everyone does that, man. They get greedy. The game is intoxicating. Motherfuckers be living in the moment. The shit is ephemeral. It's just a mere fleeting moment, man. Then a nigga get locked up and he be in the joint. He be on lock and shit for however many fucking moons and shit. And then, cat touch down, you know what I'm saying, come home, play it cool for a minute, then be right back at it. I'm like, come on, bro, how many times you gonna be in and out? I mean, that shit, man, that recidivism, man, it gets old, man. Niggas be getting old and shit, still in the dope game. Man, I know a lot of talented cats, man. And I said to them a long time ago, I was like, yo, man, you could have been in the military, bro. Why you want to sell these drugs out here? Come on, man. This shit is nonsense. This shit is absurd. This shit is addictive, man. Cats get addicted to selling dope. And I'm like, yo, bro, you're talented. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you just strap up, man? Legal guns and shit. Get you an attorney, Go hunt some terrorists, man, over fucking seas. That don't sound fun to you? That don't sound fun to you? Okay? And by the way, man, it ain't about being fun. It's about doing something for your country. But check game. If that don't motivate you, strapping up, going hunting, looking for fucking terrorists that threaten our very life, way of existence, and nation, you'd much rather strap up and go door to door, knocking on fucking doors as the dope man, looking for motherfuckers who ain't paid you. Your dope money. Come on, bro. You want to live that lifestyle, bro? You got talent? Look, man, I ain't even preaching to the choir, and I ain't even lecturing anyone. I'm beyond that shit. So, you know, I became a certified U.S. government contractor, man, because I got sick and tired of motherfuckers' nonsense and shit. Seeing cats who I grew up with, who played sports, you know what I'm saying? Super fucking talented and shit, academically and in the world of athletics. Look, I know people who join the military. Don't get it twisted. My ex-brother-in-law, you know what I'm saying, former brother-in-law, he was in the military. My sister had flirted with the idea and she joined. She just didn't fully, sign up, 100%. But she signed the papers, man, and they gave her the chance, and she backed out of it at the last minute. I mean, I know a lot of people, man, who have been in the military active, and people I went to school with, you know what I'm saying, they went in, got out, some are still in. But other cats, man, for whatever reason, they just chose a different path, man, and they wanted to take to the streets and, live that life of crime. And, I can't say anything bad about them, because, man, I was doing the same shit that they are doing right now. So, they're my friends from childhood. And, people make their own decisions. But the point is, man, I just got sick of the bullshit, man. Seeing motherfuckers get in, or get out, go back in, do the same shit, same rigmarole, same story, year after year, decade after decade. I'm like, nigga, you've been selling dope for fucking decade. And I'm not talking about any one person. I'm from the West Coast, man. I know tens of thousands of people. I'm just talking about in generally fucking speaking. I'm like, bro, really? You'd rather run fucking domestic dope operations than actually interdict fucking look, man, I know niggas that'll go after cats, you know what I'm saying, at the trap spot, niggas that own money, niggas that shot up the dope spot, niggas from rival gangs and shit. But these niggas don't want to go after terrorists that threaten their very Western existence. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, for real, bro, I think you missed the, you know what I'm saying? I think you misguided. You know what I'm saying? I think that, like, you have your priorities mixed up. But, man, like I said, man, you got to lead by example. You can't reach everyone. Not everyone's going to see it the same way as you. And not everyone wants to work with government, man. Not everyone wants to work. And even as a government contractor, man, there's certain organizations of government, man, that I refuse to do any kind of business with. I'll fuck with certain agencies, man, but there's certain agencies that I just won't fuck with. I consider them fifth column organizations within our own government. Certain elements, certain groups, certain divisions, I just won't fuck with them, man, because I don't trust them, and I don't believe that they have America's best interests in mind and at heart. And that's real talk, man. I'm One Sir Grove. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of C4CW, casting 495 celebrities worldwide.